Hi, welcome back to our kitchen, and today is Tasty Tuesday, and I'm going to be sharing with you one of the recipes that I found in the Autumn Calabrese Fixate cookbook that I just love. And the reason that I love these little vegetable egg cups is that you can pre-make them, you can put them in the refrigerator, or you could even put them in the freezer and then just get them out, unless everybody in your family likes them so much, and voila, they're all eaten. So I've already done some of the prep work on it just for a time constraint. And the first thing you want to do is take your muffin pan and you're going to spray it with, some sort of spray to, you don't want to put butter in it, but just go ahead and put the spray in it. Then you take 12 eggs and you whisk them, we put in some chili powder, I put in some Himalayan salt and some pepper. You can add any kind of spices to it that you want. And then this is also just a fabulous way if you have little bits and pieces of vegetables just laying around in the drawer and there's not enough to do anything with it, you could put those in there as well. So I've cut up today some broccoli and some spinach and red bell peppers and green onions and some cauliflower. But like I said, you can put in anything that you want to. We've put in zucchini before, we put in yellow squash before. We even put, one time I made them and I even chopped up some of those little baby tomatoes and put those in, and they were fabulous in there. So the next thing you want to do is to take your 12 eggs that you have whisked, and you want to pour about half the muffin pan full. Now I'm choosing to use a big muffin pan, but you could also use the small muffin pans as well. But you have to be kind of careful, because if you put too much of the egg in, then by the time you put the vegetables on top of it, then it has a tendency to spill over a little bit. So I'm just going to start loading up while we're talking, and I'm just going to put in a little bit of broccoli in each one, and like I said, you can get anything that you want. One nice thing about these is that they are, if you're following the 21-day fix, these are, like I said, they're from Autumn's cookbook, and 2 of these is equal to 1 of the red protein containers, so that's kind of handy to know. You can use these as a snack. You could use these as a meal, like a breakfast meal if you wanted. 2 of these, like I said, would be the equivalency of one red container. So, and like, I don't know if you can see all what I'm doing, but I'm just putting a few of each vegetable in here, because they do, by the time you add this many vegetables to it, they're quite full. So, and then you want to be preheating your oven to 375, and because it takes about 20 minutes to cook these, I decided that I would go ahead and make another batch, because I didn't think you would want to sit here and just chat with me. Maybe you would, while I was we were cooking it and waiting for them to come out. So I'll just put in a few more little vegetables in here. You know, you could eat these cold if you want to. They're kind of like a little mini quiche, or you can just zap them real quickly in the microwave. But they do freeze, which is nice. So now with the spinach, I take a couple of leaves and I actually, let me get this out of the way so I can show you. I kind of rip it up, but I kind of press it down into the eggs. It's because it has a tendency to just kind of float up there on the top, and you don't want it to float. So we really have enjoyed having these. In fact, one day I even took a batch of them to work, and the way they come out, and you'll see in just a minute, they look like a mini quiche, only without the crust, but it gets brown on the outside, so it almost does kind of look like there is a crust on it. So voila, there you go. So I'm going to put these in the oven, and I will show you what these little tasty things look like when they're all done. Don't those look yummy? And they're so colorful. I love colorful food. Rodney's always teasing me and saying, does it always have to be colorful? But it's just, it has such a nice presentation. And then if you put it on a colored plate like I did, there's even more color. So hopefully you found this helpful. Try this recipe. And if you do, experiment with the vegetables that you're going to be using and chop them up pretty small, you know, like I did the green onions, like I did the red bell peppers, and see what you come up with. And then take a picture of it and post it sometime between now and the end of the challenge group. Thank you for stopping by, and I can hardly wait to have a bite. I'm going to have a bite right now. Yum.